This week on Monero Talk is sponsored by Monero.com Wallet. Store, send, receive, and exchange your Monero safely on iOS and Android too. Monero.com Wallet is open source, and you always control your own keys. And by IVPN. Resist online surveillance with IVPN, a privacy-focused, audited, and transparent VPN provider that accepts Monero directly. Monero.com Wallet and IVPN are trusted and verified by the Monero community. Monero Talk is also made possible from contributions by viewers and listeners like you. And supporting us is easier than ever by typing in our YAT, free speech money, into your Monero.com or Cake wallet send address field to send us a tip. This week on Monero Talk. Doug and I headed off to Freedom Fest 2022 in Las Vegas, Nevada. We were happy to report yet again that it was a huge success. We served up fresh, gratuitous pour-overs this time and spoke to tons of freedom fighters about Monero, the importance of privacy, and true digital cash. Once again, thank you to Monero.com for helping fund part of our trip and the funds they provided for giveaways. It was truly a hit. Many were excited to receive a $10 Monero tip on the spot. Lots went on during this short trip, so please stay tuned for all the wonderful and interesting content. Douglas Tuman interviews Anthony Trucano of the CloudCoin team at Freedom Fest 2022. This special edition of Monero Talk starts now.
All right, back at Freedom Fest. Anthony, what's going on, man?
Not much, Doug. How you doing today?
Good. So I was on a panel yesterday with it was one of the CloudCoin guys.
Sean Worthington. He's the inventor of Rata Technology, the developer of CloudCoin.
Okay, and that was the first I ever heard of CloudCoin. Mm-hmm. So give us a pitch. What is CloudCoin, and why are you here representing at Freedom Fest?
So my 30-second pitch is CloudCoin is the world's first decentralized digital currency. It's non-blockchain. It has zero transaction fees, instant transaction time. It runs on about as much electricity as a single average American family home. The reason I fell in love with CloudCoin is because it is superior to Visa and MasterCard. There has been no blockchain currency, no other, whether proof of stake, proof of work, cryptocurrency that's been able to beat out Visa or MasterCard to actually be used as cash. I believe CloudCoin is the first currency to do that.
All right, and you said it's the first decentralized, so you're discounting?
No, the first decentralized non-blockchain.
Oh, first decentralized non-blockchain, okay. So what do you think of then just cryptocurrencies, which are arguably the first decentralized currency, or digital currency?
I love cryptocurrency. I personally own quite a bit of cryptocurrency. I found this because I wanted to find the best cryptocurrency, and it just happened to be non-blockchain. I think crypto is great. Bitcoin, I hope it stays around forever. Digital gold. Smart contracts have great uses. This doesn't have smart contracts yet. There's a possibility to develop it one day. On CloudCoin specifically, I don't think so.
Is CloudCoin completely open source?
It is open source. The technology, though, is patented by Sean Worthington with an exclusive right to use by Rata Tech, so it cannot be duplicated by other developers. Blockchain's been duplicated hundreds of times. There are lots of copycats on blockchain. Some of them are great, some of them not so great. CloudCoin isn't. Because of the Rata technology, CloudCoin can't be duplicated.
So who funds CloudCoin, and so how is it decentralized if it's essentially owned and started by companies? I'm trying to figure out how that works.
Is Ethereum decentralized?
I mean, yeah, it is. It's not perfectly decentralized, but
right. And I don't think any cryptocurrency or any currency anywhere is perfectly decentralized. There are large Bitcoin miners, and if one company, one group wanted to own 51% of the Bitcoin miners, it wouldn't be decentralized then. Technically, there's no way to have something that's perfectly decentralized, but it's decentralized to the fact that the RADA is not owned by one person, it's not owned by one company. RADAs are spread out throughout the world in multiple different countries, so it's protected from being brought down by governments. It's protected from hacking. It's written in three different computer languages versus most other cryptocurrencies written in one. It's the most difficult to hack digital currency platform out there.
Okay. Why not just use Monero?
Monero's great. Monero's private. It's one of the few that have actually been able to do it and be private. The problem with Monero is that it's hard to use as money. There are transaction fees that make it cost prohibitive to buy cheap items.
It's super cheap to send.
It's super cheap, but
I'll send you some after this. I'll send you some Monero.
Happy to. Mass adoption with Monero would be very difficult. Visa runs 50,000 transactions per second. MasterCard runs 50,000 transactions per second. CloudCoin can run 500 million transactions per second.
Yeah, but nobody uses it.
Right.
So, but why can't Monero do 50,000 transactions per second?
Monero's been around a little bit longer than CloudCoin. I like Monero. I don't think it's bad. I'm
trying to understand why we doing CloudCoin. I'm just trying to understand why. When we have all these other cryptos, you have Bitcoin, you have Monero, truly open source projects that just organically, naturally developed over time through open source community. Why are we trying to essentially resolve a problem that's already been solved?
There is no cryptocurrency that's used as money throughout the entire world. Bitcoin Lightning Network is used in a few countries where they've hyperinflated their currency, but there's currently no cryptocurrency existent to date that can handle the entire world's transactions. CloudCoin was created to solve that problem. And yeah, CloudCoin isn't adopted yet. We're relatively unheard of. I'm sure almost all of your...
But isn't that the harder part, like getting people to use the network? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
The technology can improve over time to handle the world's transactions, but you have to first get the world to start wanting to use. So why would I start using CloudCoin today if I could already use Monero, for example?
Ask that question to everybody else who starts using other currencies. I think that there's a value in having something new that has no transaction fees and instant transaction time. I think there's a value that provides where the transaction fees are more of a tax on the entire economy. There's nothing productive that comes out of the transaction fees except for verification and validation of the system. Just like the government taxes, taxation is a seizure of wealth. It's a seizure of production. Taxation pulls out of the economy. Similarly, mining fees pull out of the crypto economy. I think there's a big value to having no transaction fees. I also think there's a big value to the RADA, being that it's unique, being that it's different. Monero specifically is a privacy coin. Many of the other big blockchains are not privacy coins. I think Monero and CloudCoin could stand side by side, Monero being the biggest blockchain digital currency, CloudCoin being the biggest non-blockchain digital currency. And then once people hear about CloudCoin, once people know about it, they decide to buy it, and they decide to start trading with it. We'll see which one wins. That's the free market.
Are people using CloudCoin?
Yes. Adam right here bought a suit with CloudCoin.
Okay. So, I mean, the organic adoption that I'm seeing with regards to cryptocurrencies, digital cash-like currencies, is happening in places like the dark market, right? Where they actually have a need for censorship-resistant transfer systems. Mm-hmm. You're seeing them adopt Bitcoin there, and now moving into Monero. Why would a marketplace like that, maybe move into CloudCoin?
I can't endorse using CloudCoin for any illegal transactions. So
I'm not saying endorse it. Yeah. I'm saying, do you see it getting adopted there? Is it going to take over Monero on the dark market? Are people going to adopt it there?
I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea if people would adopt it there. I don't know much about the black market to begin with. What I do believe is that, especially in countries, my wife, her family's from Lebanon. In Lebanon, they've hyperinflated the currency. It's now the second poorest country in the world. My wife's cousins used to make $2,000 US a month. Now they make $50 US a month. They're broke. They can't afford food. So countries like that, places like that, where $1 is a lot of money to them, 10 cents is a lot of money. 10 cents could buy a meal. Something like CloudCoin could provide value in those places where people don't have money.
But that's what I'm trying to get at. But why CloudCoin, right? So that's why I was trying to give you this example of where I see organic adoption happening with true digital cash-like currencies. And then the ones that are most cash-like are the ones that are getting adopted. I'm just trying to see why you would, in what scenario you would start to see organic adoption with CloudCoin.
I don't know exactly what that point is. At some point that happens. Bitcoin wasn't traded as money when its value was 10 cents. There had to be a level of market cap that it got to before it was adopted as money. Let me ask.
Right, but it was the Silk Road when they started using on the Silk Road. That's where it first gained its utility.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course, yeah.
Do you own any other cryptos other than Monero?
Yes.
Why do you own them if Monero is the best one?
I own 99.9% Monero, but I've acquired some others along the way out of people wanting to give them to me.
Do you think that there's value in other cryptocurrencies not named Monero?
I think I'm most interested in the digital cash use case for crypto. Mm-hmm. The one that can do digital cash the best.
Right.
And I think Monero is that. So that's why I'm not interested in any other crypto. Do I think there's other value propositions that could be fulfilled through crypto? Yes. And I think we'll have other cryptos that fulfill those. But I'm most interested in the digital cash use case, which is why I'm all Monero.
You're a believer. I love that. You stand by it. You stand by it. I'm not a CloudCoin absolutist. I don't think that CloudCoin is the only way to go. I'm not a Bitcoin absolutist. I'm not a gold absolutist. I believe in diversification personally. That's my view, not the view of the consortium. Mm-hmm. I'm a member of the consortium. I think that there's a lot of value. I personally hold other cryptocurrencies myself, and I took a sizable profit during the boom myself. I'm not an absolutist by any means. I think that could be used as money. I think that it could also not be used as money. So I'm happy that you are a Monero absolutist. That's great. You stand by what you believe in, and I respect that.
Yeah, well, I'm most interested in the liberty aspects. That's why, I don't, I'm not funded. Well, Cake Wallet, is one of our sponsors, so I do receive funding in that regard. But I started this. There is no Monero company. There's no Monero company to work for. Monero is just an open source project. Mm-hmm. I got excited about what the potential for digital cash is, right? This idea that people will be able to transact freely over the internet without censorship I find to be a very exciting, liberating concept. Agreed. And that's why I'm motivated by Monero. If there was some other technology fulfilling that use case better, I would find my way to that.
Yeah, well, what I can tell you is I've got a copy of the white paper. Have you read it?
I have not. I will. I'll definitely take a look at this because I have more questions, but I didn't want to get into the nitty-gritty of CloudCoin. But yeah, I will definitely take a look at this.
So CloudCoin can be found right now on Coin. It's listed on CoinGecko. The exchange it's listed on right now is Bitmart. It just got listed on June 28th. Brand new listing. The white paper was just updated and published last week. I recommend all of your viewers, I recommend you checking it out, learning about the RADA, learning how it works, and maybe
this definitely is not your audience. I'd be quite surprised if any Monero people found their way to CloudCoin, but you never know.
Who knows? Maybe Doug becomes a Monero and CloudCoin.
That would be insane. I'd have to be. Can you send me a whole big chunk of CloudCoin before we do that? I mean, it's private. Nobody's going to see it, right?
Nobody will see it, right?
All right, guys. If I start supporting CloudCoin, you might want to question as to why.
But you haven't looked into it yet. So once you look into it, let me know. I'll give you my card. I want your honest opinion. There's my card at. Tell me what you honestly think. And
100%.
And I would love to further the discussion. Absolutely.
All right, we might be able to do that. I don't want to give you guys too much of a platform, but people want to go take a look at CloudCoin by all means.
Yeah, awesome. I appreciate it, Doug. Thank you so much.
Cheers, man. Yep.
And good luck. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on this week's episode. We release new episodes every week. You can find and subscribe to our show on YouTube, Odyssey, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Go to MoneroTalk.live to subscribe for a full list of places where you can watch and listen. If you want to interact with us, guests, or other podcast listeners, you can follow us on Twitter. And please leave us a review on iTunes. It helps people find the show, and we are always happy to read them. So thanks so much, and we look forward to being back next week.